Right now, right now. 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 Oh, I got a real good feeling.
We try to bring you high-quality educational and informational content every single day. Why do you think the price is having such an anemic time? The news story of the hour. Jump onto the chart. Is this the beginning of a massive financial unraveling? We've got to add a little addendum to the show map today. So we start here on the daily. Now, we've been looking at the RSI on Bitcoin's daily chart for the last several days. It always has been, but it's been increasing over the last 50 years since the government has been bigger. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and welcome back to Coffee and Crypto Live. This is your week daily morning show where we bring you the latest and everything Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about how a major movement may be coming very soon on Bitcoin. As you guys know, Bitcoin went through a massive rally several weeks ago, all the way up to a local high of $38,000. We've been trading sideways between 35 and 38 ever since then, but I do believe a major movement is coming very, very soon. And today we're going to be talking about what that movement will be and where that movement will bring us and how we can make the most of the deals that are going to be coming on Bitcoin. Also very excited because there are a lot of deals today that I want to share with you for all of you adventurers here in the cryptocurrency space. And so we're going to be talking about all of that and more in today's episode of Coffee and Crypto Live. There was also an acquisition today that many of you guys will be very interested to hear about. So we'll talk about that as well. Really looking forward to getting to be here today. Love doing Coffee and Crypto. If you guys don't know, we've been doing Coffee and Crypto for over 3 years. Channel's just turned 6 years old last week. So if you are new here, welcome to one of the oldest channels in crypto YouTube right now. Honestly, there's not many people that are in crypto YouTube that have been here longer than us. So thank you to everybody who has been here for so long. Coin Operators in chat said, hashtag FinSov. Love to see it. Joe Bollier's in chat said, good morning. Christopher is in chat, said right now. Philly Skills 1428 said, morning Jeb, how's it going? Going pretty well. Jason Barry said, say something. I kind of decided to sing that there at the last second. Say something. Christopher said, good morning Jeb, grateful for your insight and dedication to bringing high quality content to the masses. Big respect. Thank you, Christopher. Got some really cool channel analytics I want to share with you guys here in a minute that I thought were pretty cool. Brady Hollick is in chat, said, what's up, guys? Good to see you, Brady. Jason Core said, Jeb, good day, buddy. Good to see you. Being BTC is in chat, said, good morning, Jeb. How are you doing? Well. Joey Van Englenberg, not out of Germany. Out of, I believe it was Denmark, in chat. Paul's in chat. Queen's in chat. Icebreaker is in chat. Alexis K is in chat. Josh Denham. Satchet said, morning, back in the UK, missing my Thailand holiday. An adventurous angler said, good morning, my guy. Good morning to you as well. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. You guys know if you get here early enough, then I am more than happy to go ahead and give some shout outs. Now, we're going to go ahead and go over our coin market cap, look at our data, trying to get a basic understanding of where the market is so that we can go forward with our analysis today. And then I'm going to let you know about the first deal of today, because there's a lot of really good deals for the week of Black Friday that are going on right now. And if you guys want access to them, then all you have to do is just wait a second, and I'm going to share them with you. You're going to be very excited about these. First and foremost, though, we've got Bitcoin trading at $37,000. Surprisingly not on discount right now like everything else is. It's actually up over the last 7 days. We've generally and gradually been trading to the upside. Not a lot of bullishness, but some. We are sitting up here in the top of our trading range. If you head on over to CoinMarketCap right here, then you can see... sorry, not CoinMarketCap. Over to TradingView, you can see that Bitcoin has been gradually just kind of moving sideways for the last several days, has managed to hold above this uptrending level of support, and we've had a lot of kind of confusion. The market's not really sure what it's doing right now. We've got essentially a massive consolidation pattern forming right now that we're going to talk about here in a little while, but first we got to keep going on CoinMarketCap, because to be honest with you, I'm starting to wonder if Bitcoin may have actually had enough correction to move to the upside. Starting to think that it might. We'll talk about that in a moment. Ethereum's trading at 2034. It's one of the reasons that I'm actually pretty bullish on the market right now. Ethereum has performed very well over the weekend. having rallied all the way from its bottom on Friday around $1,900 all the way up to 2040. That is a hugely important level of resistance on Ethereum, and I am half tempted to make this episode's Climate of Crypto episode on Ethereum. If you guys would be interested in that, let me know, because I've got a lot of analysis over there that I want to share with you guys that I think would be of great value to all of you. You can see some of it here on this chart, but I'd like to break that down in a future piece of content as well. Now, BNB is basically ranging sideways. XRP is down over the last 7 days, but I'm okay with that. It's a discount. If you guys watched our last Climate of Crypto episode, which I cannot pump enough because I love that episode, I love that series, and I think you guys are really enjoying it. If you go on over to YouTube, then you can see that we have started doing our Climate of Crypto episodes every Thursday at 2 p.m. And our most recent one that you can see right here, we talked about Cardano and why a massive Cardano rally is right around the corner. And if you watch that video, I talked about how all of the different altcoins are down several hundred percentage points from all-time high, but two of them jumped out in the top 10. Two of the top 10 altcoins jumped out the most, and that would be Cardano and XRP, because they are the furthest away from their all-time high. And yes, it may be harder for them to return to all-time high than other cryptos because they're so far away from it, but they have the most to gain. XRP obviously has to gain all the way back up to the third position. Cardano has nearly a 10x to get back to its all-time high. And so while XRP is down this week, it might be a good time for you to load up some bags if you're interested in getting some XRP for the bear market. One of the things I talk about sometimes is the dollar cost averaging approach of basically buying the market as a whole, buying either the top 10, top 20, top 30, top 50, however much you want to spread yourself out. Buy a certain number of the top of the market. And then from there, you might have a little bit that you revolving. Every Friday, you put a little bit of money into whatever's the lowest. How about that for fund management? That's a cool idea. You have, let's say you've got $1,000 a week that you're going to put into Bitcoin. Let's say you got $100. That's more reasonable. That's more feasible for most people. Let's say you got $1,000 of every Friday, $100 every Friday you're going to put in. Maybe $10 of that is revolving, and you're like, okay, I'm buying the top 20, excluding Bitcoin Cash, because we know it's Bitcoin trash. Sorry, I had to say it. Just got to go there. If you have that $10, then you might say, all right, in the top 20, I'm buying everything in the top 20, excluding stable coins and these two cryptos I don't really like. Then you might say, okay, whatever's the lowest, I'm going to put into that. It's just another strategy to lower your cost basis for your entries. If you're doing that, then this week, I just hit a button. Okay, nope, we're good. If you're doing that this week, then XRP might be a good place to put some of those funds. Cardano is up over the last 7 days. Really exciting to see the growth out of Cardano. As you guys know, we predicted a 62 to a 90 cent Cardano within the next 4 to 6 months. So that's basically by the end of Q1 on into the beginning of Q2 next year. And Cardano's already making headway. It's been several days since we uploaded that video, and Cardano has rallied quite substantially. Tron's down. Chainlink sideways, Toncoin is sideways, Polygon's basically sideways. Avalanche has had a huge rally about 5 days ago. We saw that last week. And in general, the cryptocurrency space is doing quite well. A couple of data points I would want to bring to your attention are as follows. First and foremost, market cap sitting at 1.42 trillion, getting close to 1.5 trillion in market capitalization. So resistance there is going to be pretty stiff. We've also got Bitcoin dominance sitting at 51.3%. If we look at the last 7 days, you can see it's sitting at roughly 51.3%. In the last month and change, last year or so, we are actually pretty low on market dominance compared to, we are pretty high on market dominance compared to where we used to be. Bitcoin has gobbled up quite a lot of that market dominance all the way up to 53%, and we've actually been shedding market dominance ever since then. That is interesting because on 10/29, we will be able to see that something very significant was happening on Bitcoin. Going back to 10/29, you're going to see that the date that we were at an all-time high for market dominance, we were right here. We had just gone through this massive rally. The altcoins were getting dragged up with it. And exactly as we've talked about ad nauseum here on the channel, whenever you see a major rally on Bitcoin, oftentimes after it takes a breather and after it pauses, then that is where you will see the, what am I trying to say here? That's where you will see the altcoins start to go through major rallies in their own right. And so we need to be very careful to pay close attention to that. So does Bitcoin need a correction? Yes, it does. But if you'll remember, we talked about how Bitcoin could go through a correction all the way down to $35,000, which happened, or it could go down to 32.5 to 33, or it could go down to 31.8. Or what it could do is it could do a more simple form of that. It could just go down to 35 and it could consolidate. If you'll remember, consolidation, i.e. trading sideways, has the same effect on the market as correction, i.e. trading down. It allows the bulls to take a breather. The analogy I like to use is this. If you are a runner and you are sprinting at full speed, you're going, 12 miles an hour or whatever, you're just booking it. There are two ways that you can rest and recover to keep going 12 miles an hour. Either you can slow down and come to almost a complete stop and just like a little walk. Maybe you're walking 1 mile an hour, and you'll recover more quickly. Your heart rate will come down faster. You'll get your wind back quicker. Or you can slow down to a brisk jog, maybe 4 or 5 miles an hour, and you'll recover, but it'll take you a little longer. Right? Similarly with Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is a runner and it's running at full speed, going 14 miles an hour, running really hard, Bitcoin can just drop down to like 6 miles an hour and then just do that for a while, which is what Bitcoin seems to be doing. And a lot of times that's what you're seeing. That's what you would see a runner do if they're like at the end of a marathon, right? They're not going to slow down all the way because they've got more room to go. Bitcoin is starting to show as if it has more room to go, as if our initial price targets of 39 to 41 actually may come to fruition. And Bitcoin's starting to show with this bullishness that we've seen and this third return up here to the local high region, then maybe we just slow down to that brisk jog instead of slowing down to 1 mile an hour a stop, like we would if we were to have gone down here to $31,800, which is our bottom price target. In short, the amount of sideways trading we have had has made up for Bitcoin not trading further to the downside. And oftentimes when you are more on the consolidative side of things rather than the crash and correction side of things, that oftentimes means that there's more to go. And you've heard about what that's called before. It's called a bull flag. And that is what we are starting to paint now. So while we were predicting a drop down to 35 or 32 and a half to 33, down to 31.8, those were our three levels. I said it'll at least go to 35. The next day we went to 35. Looks like we may have just gone to that top level. Looks like Bitcoin may be ready for a next run, especially with the way the altcoin space is growing. If we look at the total market capitalization, we go over to total has been doing spectacularly well. You see a huge rally, baseline uptrending level of support. You can see right here, very, very, very strong trend. Again, how would you feel if you could just buy total, right? You can't buy that because it's not a real index fund, but that's why I'm saying buy the top 10, top 20, top 30, top 50, and then you can basically be buying this chart. This is a chart that is very attractive to an investor. It's too bad you can't actually buy without having to be your own index fund manager. One thing I will say on this chart is that we are printing a pretty obvious head and shoulders pattern. So while I think Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency space is attempting to go back into more bullish territory, we are not quite there yet. All right, we're about to jump into our technical analysis section. Believe it or not, it hasn't even started yet. But first, I do just want to let you know about a very special deal going on. And some of you guys might not even know that this is back at all. But I'm going to go ahead and let you know that last Thursday, we relaunched the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. If you guys don't know, CT2A is the course that I created, the academy that I created is it almost or is it over? Over 5 years ago now. Yes, over 5 years ago now, it was created and launched. And we've helped over 5,000 students learn how to do technical analysis through the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. Many of the people that are watching the stream right now are graduates and alumni from CT2A. And I am very excited that I was able to launch it right before Black Friday, because at launch, I get to go ahead and give you guys a discount code, a coupon code, because I want to welcome all of you guys back to CT2A. For anybody who is already in CT2A, you've still got it. I guaranteed you lifetime access. You've still got lifetime access. But for anybody who has not gone through the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy yet, it is hands down the best place in the industry to learn technical analysis. And we're going to be putting new content in there even before the end of the year. And I'm going to be putting several pieces of content in there every single month. I'm going to be pouring content into there. I want to put like 250 videos in there, guys. There's already over 50 videos in there teaching you about technical analysis. And back in the day when we sold CT2A, we sold it for over $400. Right now, we changed the pricing model a little bit, so it's a little bit more sustainable from a business model, and it actually benefits you guys because you can get it for cheaper. What we did is we decided to go ahead and change the pricing structure of it to a yearly plan and a lifetime plan. If you want to buy for lifetime, it's $997 without the coupon code that I'm about to tell you about. And if you want to buy it on the yearly plan, it's $347 a year. So instead of $400 lifetime, you can get it for $347 a year, watch all of it in 2 months, and you actually saved yourself money, and then you don't have to renew if you don't want to. But for Black Friday, I have just put up a 30% off coupon code, which will get you $100 off on the yearly plan, and it will get you $300 off on the lifetime plan, because I want to welcome you guys back and say, I am here and I'm serious and I'm so excited for the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. I cannot even describe how incredibly happy I am that it is back. So if you guys have not already signed up for the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, you ought to join the masses, because they are here for a reason. And I even have the sales page up so I can show you the coupon code. No, I didn't. I closed it. Let me pull it back up. I'll show you manually. Let me just make sure there's no credit card information or anything here. I think we are good. Aha, it tried to show up. There we go. All right, so here's the sales page for CT2A, as if you were to go through with the annual plan. If you go over here to click coupon code, I believe I have the coupon code in my saves. See it right here? Boom, $104 off, $242.90 per year, and that will renew every year, just so you know. So that's not just the first year. That will renew every year. So if you want to get into the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, get access to the dozens and dozens and dozens and tens of hours of content here, one of the longest courses that you'll ever find in TA, then you found the coupon code to accompany you this Black Friday. And at the same time, if I just go back here for a second and we go to Lifetime, enroll in course, make sure no credit card information shows up. Aha! It did. But if we come over here, put the code in, you can see this will save you $299.10, bringing the lifetime access of CT2A down to $697.90. So you're going to save yourself a lot of money. So make sure to go ahead and sign up for CT2A this Black Friday before that sale ends. All right, let's go ahead and read chat for a second, and then we're going to jump right back on into it. RC Moore in chat donated $1.99. Your thoughts about Caspa? It's pumping hard. Great question. So let's go over here and look at Caspa to start off our technical analysis. Let's do it. All right. Over here on the web, you can see that Caspa has rallied significantly from about 5 cents all the way up to 14 cents. And we'll go ahead and jump on over to CoinMarketCap. I do believe that we've got a chart over here on MEXC that we can go to. As you can see, Caspa has been absolutely moonshotting, and it's been doing that for a while. This is a cryptocurrency that's been rallying substantially, and I believe that this is one of those cryptocurrencies that's going to perform pretty well in the bull market. There's so much exuberance about this. Everywhere I go, I see people talking about this cryptocurrency. I must be honest, I have not invested in it myself, so everything I'm going to tell you here is unbiased, but there have absolutely been a lot of people that have been interested in it. Ever since November the 4th, it's rallied 200% and is currently starting to take a bit of a breather. A couple of things I will point out about this chart, because I know you guys want to hear about the technical analysis, and then we're going to jump into Bitcoin. A couple of things that you need to know about this chart. First and foremost, there are two major spinning tops, in fact, 3 major spinning tops in a row. That signals indecision. That signals that this market is not quite sure what's going to happen next, and that's a little bit of what you expect from a cryptocurrency that is so young, and from a cryptocurrency that is in fresh highs. It is at all-time high by a country mile. It is so far into all-time high territory, it's not even funny. And if you were looking at the technicals, you probably could have seen this coming, especially with the bull market. You have this just huge ascending triangle pattern right here forming on Caspa, and from there we triple in price. Now, this does remind me of another chart, and you might know what it is if you watched this channel for a long time. It would, of course, be Ethereum. If you remember on Ethereum back to 2017, there was this very similar formation where Ethereum had this ascending triangle pattern here. And I remember drawing this ascending triangle pattern back in September of 2017 saying, man, it's going to break bullish out of here. It's going to go on a big rally. And Ethereum ended up rallying to its first stop to about 30%, second stop about 115%, third stop 250%. So now going back to Caspa on our MEXC chart over here, that is seemingly what's happened here. We had an ascending triangle pattern that broke bullish, and we've had one stop right here. We're having a second stop right here. Could we go on a third leg? Absolutely. Here's the deal, though. A couple of differences between Caspa currently and Ethereum back then. First and foremost, Caspa is still significantly smaller. Market capitalization, $3 billion. It's at 28. There are, of course, plenty of people that think that Caspa is going to be one of the cryptocurrencies that like dethrones Ethereum or whatnot. Whether that's going to happen is yet to be determined, but of course, it would take quite a lot to dethrone Ethereum. But could there be more in the tank here? Yes, I think there absolutely could be. My recommendation for how to go about this market would be to say, all right, hang on a second, let's back up, let's pause, let's realize we've already rallied 200%. Is that a good place to get into the market? Technically speaking, no. That being said, we also understand cryptocurrency sometimes rally 1,000% out of nowhere, and so you kind of want to be ready for that too. What I would recommend here is that if you're interested in investing in this market, what you could do, and again, I will say recommend, but this is more of just my opinion, and do with it what you will. This is not specific investment advice. I don't know your specific situation financially, but what you could do is you could enter some now with a conservative stop loss. And by the way, both of the scenarios I'm going to tell you are basically like moonback scenarios. Like I'm talking like 1% of your portfolio. Don't dump everything into Caspa. Okay, just don't do it. Don't dump everything into any cryptocurrency, not even Bitcoin. I recommend buying altcoins. I recommend buying the stock market. I recommend, maybe even having a little bit in T-bills, whatever. Diversification is not a bad thing. In Caspa, you could consider putting half of your moon bag in now with a 30% stop loss. If it drops 30%, because there's probably like a 500% upside, then you got a decent risk to reward ratio. If you give it a 30% stop loss, that's down here to like 0.094 cents, maybe below this level right here around 0.095. Maybe we go below that level, you stop out. But you also might say, hey, but if we go down to this level, I stop out here, but then if it goes down even farther, then I buy in. Or if it starts to rally again, then I buy in. So you could buy in here, but then cut your losses. And then if it starts to rally again from there, then you could actually buy the dip, if that makes sense. You could buy now and then cash out if you think it's going to go lower. And then if it does go lower and it starts to rally, then you could buy again. So those are just a couple of things that you could consider there. Ultimately, Caspa is one of those cryptocurrencies that, sure, you can invest in it for the long term, but right now you're trading it more like a moon bag. So just be careful with it because there is a lot of risk, but there is, of course, also a lot of reward there for those who get lucky. All right. Someone said T-bills, raffle. Look, guys, I think having a little bit in a lot of things is a good idea. Are you going to get rich on T-bills? No, you're not. Not even close. Is it a bad idea to have 1% of your net worth in there? Because why not? No. Consider your savings account. You can get a 6-month, what's the 6-month T-bill? 5.39%. 6-month treasuries are 5.39% right now is what Y-Chart is saying. You can put that as your savings account. Just say, hey, look, I've got it's kind of like a savings account, but not quite. I'm pretty sure I won't need it in the next 6 months, and we'll put it in here. And that's where I'm going to go. I'll tell you right now, our family has our savings fund. Every family ought to have a emergency savings fund. And so we have that. And that is in a high yield CD that's yielding, I think, 5.07% right now. Because why not? Why not just print hundreds of dollars a month? Why not do that? That's going to sit in a bank account anyway, because it's meant to be easily accessible. Go one tier up from that and say, this isn't exactly savings, but it's kind of like, this is savings in case crap hits the fan and somebody like our house burns down and our insurance company goes bankrupt on the same day, or I get cancer, whatever, or somebody dies, something horrible. All right, well, we'd have to wait 4 months, but we could survive until it matured. All right, cool. Let's go make 5.39%. Again, I'm not saying that's where you're going to get rich. No, I'm talking about savings here. I'm talking about let your savings make 5%. Let your investments go make 10, 20, 30% if you can do that. But let your savings make some money. Sure. All right. Bitcoin is a savings account. Bitcoin is, I would be careful with that mentality. I know a lot of people that have treated Bitcoin as their savings account, and then guess what? They needed their savings account in the middle of a bear market, and they're down 70%, and all of a sudden they're having to realize huge losses, and they would have been better off keeping it in a fiat currency, even if that fiat currency is losing 10% a year, because Bitcoin happened to have lost 30% or 50% or 70% at the time, and they'd be fine if they had held for another 3 years, but they're forced to sell because they needed the money. So just be careful with that. These are all things that you can learn more about in the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. Also, having to do with how to set up profitable trades, how to think about the market. Just make sure that if you guys aren't already over there, to make sure you check it out. Wealthfront has a 5% savings account. That's pretty cool. We've got ours with CIT Bank. CIT Bank is doing, I want to say it's either 5.07 or 4.97 right now. Yeah. 5.05 is the Platinum Savings Account. That's over $10,000 that you have to have in there to get that. It might be over $25,000 you have to get in there, whatever it is. Oh, it says on balance is $5,000 or more. Okay. So cool. Anyway, figured I'd drop that in there. Let's go ahead and do some technical analysis on Bitcoin. Really important stuff going on today. And I really want to showcase some of Lux Algo as well today, because there's a lot of interesting things happening over there. Let's start out with our end of year price prediction on Bitcoin. Our end of year price prediction for Bitcoin was established in March. You can go back to our Climate of Crypto video back then. It is titled How a Clock Will Send Bitcoin to Over $50,000. That clock that I was referring to is the halving clock, and my prediction was that by halving, we would see Bitcoin trading at $50,000, and because of the halving, we would quickly go to over $50,000. But in that video, I made a prediction that at the end of this year, 2023, Bitcoin would be trading between, or at least will have gone to $35,000 to $50,000. Well, we've currently done that. We're at $37,000, so that ended up happening. At the moment, though, we're kind of in this limbo. Are we going to go higher? Are we not? That's the question. Let's answer as best we can. Bitcoin has obviously gone through a meteoric rally over the course of the last couple of months. We're up 52%, 15 grand. Let me just say that again. We're up 52%. $13,000 on Bitcoin. That is a bull market style rally. We have seen rallies like that in the past, but I'll tell you what, it's been a while. It's exciting to see that kind of thing back, right? First thing I want to mention, sorry about showing the intro there for a second. First thing I want to mention is that you need to be careful of FOMO. It is so easy when you're looking at Bitcoin. It is so easy when you're looking at Caspa. It is so easy when you're looking at Ethereum. It is so easy when you're looking at Cardano, or you're looking at Avalanche, whatever it is, to say, it's gone up this much. What if it did that again? What if it doesn't? It's a lot less likely that something's going to do something twice. How often does lightning strike in the same place? Does it happen? Sometimes. Is it often? No. Not quite the same, but similar concept with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's already gone through a $13,000 rally and has barely taken any time to take a break, what are the odds that it's going to do that again without some kind of huge catalytic event coming in? What are the odds of that? Very low. Very low. Now, can something fundamental occur that can cause that? Yes. If a Bitcoin spot ETF was approved tomorrow, Bitcoin's trading at 50 grand. That's a $13,000 rally. You want to hear my prediction? Bitcoin spot ETF gets approved. You're seeing $10,000 to $13,000 movement within 7 days. There's a prediction for you. Short of that, Bitcoin's best case scenario right now is looking at 39 to 41 by the end of the month. And, you know, like 44, I'd say, somewhere in there, about 43 to 44 by year's end. 48 to 50K, I think, is coming by end of January at this point. I think that it's in the cards. And if you guys will remember, that's actually what Lux Algo is predicting. You can bring up Lux Algo right here on, I believe it's this chart, and it will show you that there is a prediction on the weekly chart. I'm sorry, not the 3 daily. With the high, which chart was it? They're all predicted. Yes, here. $48,314 is Lux Algo's take profit on the weekly chart. I think that we will hit that, and I think we'll hit that before long. But right now, Bitcoin is, while it is riding a buy signal on Lux Algo that came in back over here. Just by the way, let me just clarify something. Lux Algo is such an incredible technical indicator. It called this entire movement. This buy signal right here on January 9th, then got confirmed on March 6th, and we've been bullish ever since. This whole market, all of this in here, all of that got called in January. That's just incredible. Take profit right now for Lux Algo sitting up at 48,314. I do believe that'll occur. When will it occur? Probably first bit of 2024 at this point. A couple of reasons for that. Out on the weekly chart, we've got some really, really, really good bullish fundamentals going on. And this is what in technicals going on. This is why I don't think Bitcoin's going to go through a massive crash. Look, guys, people are like, oh, Jeb, you're a perma bear. No, I said it's going to go down to 31.8. That's my worst case scenario. Guys, that's not that big of a drop. That's like 5 grand. Right, that's like 10%, 10 to 13%. That is not a large drop at all. Bitcoin during the bull market in 2017 traditionally dropped 40%, 35 to 40%. 2016-17 was just an absolutely textbook bull market. 35 to 40% drops is what Bitcoin saw whenever it went through a correction. I'm not calling for that. I don't think that's in the cards. I think Bitcoin's way too bullish for that. So people are like, oh, Jeb, you perma bear. I'm like, no, wait a minute. That's perma bear? Oh my goodness. No. I'm saying, look, Bitcoin might drop. We're talking like 13 to 15% here at most. Couple of things to consider. Down here on the daily chart, and there's going to be some bullishness here, right? Down here on the daily chart, on the hourly chart, I'm sorry, we have a double top that is sitting up at $38,000. We went through a rally relatively recently, and we have not yet rallied back to that level. We originally set a double top here. We managed to break through it. Set kind of a double top here. We managed to break through it. Set a double top here. Are we going to break through it and rally back up to the all-time to the local high? I kind of think so. A lot of times when you get close to a local high, you get this magnetic effect, and the cryptocurrency in question, in this case Bitcoin, manages to rally straight back to the that resistance level. And that's where I think that we're going to see Bitcoin try and do something like that. By the way, if you're enjoying today's episode of Coffee and Crypto, make sure to hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and you believe that that would be a valuable use of your subscription. Really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, I do believe there's a solid likelihood that Bitcoin will break its double top, rally up to the local high. But here's the question. When we get up there, that's a triple top. What do we do with that? There is a strong likelihood that Bitcoin will just smash straight through $38,000. Why? Well, because, again, that magnetic effect. We've got this price target up here between 39 and 41 looming right over our heads. And I would not be surprised to see Bitcoin just kind of break through here and rally up to 39 to 41 after having that correction that we talked about. The thing is, that's just kind of kicking the can down the road because I don't think Bitcoin has the exuberance to go on another just meteoric $10,000 rally. I think that would remind us a little bit something like this. And think about it like this. Whenever you're doing analysis, you want to find analogous, not analysis, analogous markets that help you to understand what is occurring. I think what we're experiencing is a little bit like January and February of 2023 with this huge blow off top rally, sideways trend, another massive rally, little dump, another massive rally a little bit higher, but the second phase was not as big as the first. And then we had our actual correction. I think that we're going to see something similar happen on Bitcoin. I think that we're seeing that happen now. I think Bitcoin's gone through that massive rally, little bit of sideways trade, another big rally, correction, another big rally, and then a bigger correction. I think that we're going to see something like that happen at this point. That's what it's kind of showing me down in the hourly chart. And I've shifted my perspective on that a little bit because Bitcoin has traded sideways so much into the upside over the weekend. It's really put in to motion this idea that Bitcoin had this bear flag here, and instead of breaking bearish, it actually broke bullish, so that's great. At this point, probably going back to this local high. From there, yeah, of course, we have to decide whether we're going to break or rally, and that's where that $3,000 to $5,000 movement comes in. Once we get to $38,000, something big's going to happen. I can tell you that. I don't think that Bitcoin's necessarily just going to trade sideways at 38. There is enough, what's the word? Tension. Tension is the best word I can think of. There is enough tension in the market right now that getting to $38,000 is going to trigger something large out of the bulls or out of the bears. And I think that if we break above $38,000, you're going on a multi-$1,000 rally. How far? Well, probably about $3,000 to the upside. $38,000 to $41,000 is $3,000. I would not be surprised if we got up to 38 and broke it to rally $3,000 all the way up to the top of our range at 41,000. And if you don't remember why 41K is so important, 41K is the top of the Fibonacci golden pocket. This is between $38,900 and $40,800. I would not be surprised in the absolute slightest to see Bitcoin go through a major rally up to 41 if we broke through 38. The altcoins are showing exuberance. The altcoins are actually gaining market dominance on Bitcoin. That is an early warning sign of a bull market. Talked about this a little while ago. Let me just mention it again. If you look at Bitcoin market dominance, something very important has happened about 3 weeks ago. We saw market dominance trends start to shift from Bitcoin gaining market dominance now to losing market dominance. That's a good sign. Fear and greed is still up here. Still very greedy. There's still some pent-up sentiment in the space. So if we get to 38, a rally to 41 is absolutely possible. And by the way, a rally to 41 would fulfill the bottom of the Lux Algo price target, which you can see right here on the weekly chart. The Lux Algo price target for the weekly chart goes up to 48,314, but it starts at 41,400. I have watched Bitcoin hit Lux Algo price target after Lux Algo price target, and there are so few times that I can count that Lux Algo gave a price target on any chart, except sometimes the monthly, just because the monthly's so far out there. It's been so long since I've seen Bitcoin not hit a Lux Algo price target, especially a buy signal price target, that whenever I see a buy signal from Lux Algo on pretty much any chart, I'm just inclined to think, all right, that's just going to happen. It's almost spooky how powerful that indicator is. I'm not trying to just hype it up. I'm serious. It's very interesting to me how well the market follows it. It's almost like there's an invisible hand of markets that guides markets in the directions of the technical indicators, not just Lux Algo, but all of them. But Lux Algo absolutely is sitting there in a league of its own in some regards. And so Bitcoin going up to $38,000 very well may trigger a rally all the way up to 41. Now, where's that other breakout coming from? Because I didn't just say a bullish breakout. There's also the potential of a bearish breakout. Well, if Bitcoin does rally all the way up here to 38K and it gets rejected a third time, and it gets rejected hard, I'm saying that it really just falters, quickly falls below, I'd say about $37,000. Falls quickly below this level right here. It's not able to hold up here in these like heights, if you will, but it falls down below. It's in this trading range down here. That's where you start to have to consider the possibility that, all right, The bulls have made 3 advances on 38. Triple tops are the strongest kinds of tops. Double tops are pretty strong. Triple tops are very strong. Quadruple top very quickly pulls into question the strength of the resistance, but a triple top is the strongest kind of top. Let me say that again. A triple top is the strongest kind of top. It will create the strongest level of resistance pretty much that you're ever going to see. So if we hit that triple top and we don't just stay up there and then test it like 5 times, but we actually rally up there and drop $1,000 or $2,000 and put some space between us, that's where you have to start considering a drop down to at least this uptrending level of support, which is currently sitting at 36. That'd be a $2,000 drop. But then those other levels that I talked about earlier have to start coming into mind. 35, 32.5, and 31.8. I've explained those levels multiple times on the channel. Just a quick recap. 31.8 is the local high that we set on July 14th when the Ripple case was settled. 32.5 to 33. It comes from 32,935 is a bottom that we set on January the 20th. January 22nd? January 22nd of 2022. It was the first major bear market bottom. 32.5 is the 0.5% Fibonacci, 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. And then 35 is a big even that Bitcoin has set quite a lot of support and resistance on just in recent memory. And I'll see if I can find a cleaner chart to show you that. Yes, right here. So again, those levels are as follows. About 31.8. That's basically right here on this high, July 14th, 2023. You've got 32,935 set here on the 22nd of January, 24th of January, I think it is actually, 24th of January here. Then you've got the 0.5 level, which is at 32.5. Then $35,000 is, as I mentioned, a level that we have more recently used as support and resistance. We used it as resistance at the start, support more recently. So those are the levels for us to pay attention to. If Bitcoin is not able to break through 38. If Bitcoin can't break through 38, you could be seeing a drop as low as 31.8, and that could be our major corrective movement. Bitcoin's going to need one of those eventually, by the way, unless we just rally straight to all-time high, but that's unlikely at this point. I think we'll have to wait till post-halving to see just a beeline for all-time high. That probably will happen, and we'll probably be in the 40s when Bitcoin decides, all right, all bets are off. We're just going to all-time high. We're just $1 trillion. Come here. Right? That's probably going to happen. So don't be startled when that happens. That's why I'm recommending dollar cost averaging right now. We're not there yet. There's a time and a season for everything. I don't think we're there yet. We are going there. Bitcoin is going back to all-time high. I'm very confident in that. I believe at this point within the next 12 months, you will see a $70,000 Bitcoin. That's double from where we are right now. So yes, put some money in crypto. Don't put everything in crypto. Keep some diversification, but I also understand if this is the biggest opportunity that you see right now, putting the majority of your attention in it. That's why I'm here to help guide you through this bull market so that you know how to best profit for it. And I want you guys to understand that the things that you need to be doing right now are learning technical analysis, becoming proficient in it. That is the skill set that you need to be developing. And then on the back end, equally important, I would actually argue even more important, because a blind monkey with a sniper rifle can make money in a bull market. But if you've got bad personal financial practices, then you're going to end up losing money anyway. It's pretty easy to make money in a bull market. Kind of hard to screw that up, to be honest with you. So that's the easy part. The hard part is getting your personal finances in order. So make sure you're not drowning in debt. Make sure you're not eating your paycheck at Little Caesars every day, or at Denny's every day, or at P.F. Chang's every day. Make sure that you have some part of your paycheck that can go into investments, and you're not drowning, right? And then also make sure that you have an investment strategy, that you know what you're doing. Hey, I'm investing in the top 20. How much am I investing in each cryptocurrency? Well, I'm going to weight it based on which percentage, how much the market capitalization percentage is, right? So if there's top 20, excluding altcoins and maybe one or two that you don't like here or there, then this cryptocurrency makes up 5% of the top 20. I'm going to put 5% of my weekly allowance of dollar cost averaging into that. Make sure you have a strategy. Make sure you're learning technical analysis, and make sure that you have your personal finances in order and you have a plan and a strategy for consistent, not just lump sum, but consistent investment over time in the cryptocurrency space. And then when we get to the all-time high, into that range, we'll start saying, all right, good. Did you do what I say 14 months ago? Have you been dollar cost averaging? Have you been gradually putting a little bit into the market? Okay, cool. Well, now you've got 50 grand. Here. Now you got 100 grand here. Now you've got 200 grand here. Now you've got 20 grand here. Whatever it is. Now it's time to start reversing it. Every Friday, you're going to sell a little bit. Actually, probably every Monday. Every Monday, you're going to sell a little bit. Gradually cash out. You're 237% up on that altcoin. All right, gradually cash some of that out. Keep a little bit for the long run. Gradually cash out as we cycle out of the bull market top. That's what we're going to do when we get there. But today, you need to have your personal finances in order. You need to get out of high yield, high interest debt. Cut up your credit cards if you can't use them responsibly. I understand that you can use them responsibly and you can make money with them, so I get that as far as with miles and, APY or, cashback and all that stuff. But if you can't be responsible with them, cut them up. Get out of your high yield debt. I'm not talking about your mortgage that you got 3% on. All right, I understand. You're going to make 20%, 50% in the crypto market. You want to hold off on that. I get it. But get out of the high yield debt that you're drowning in, your student loan debt and all that. Put a bunch of money into crypto in a consistent manner. Don't neglect your Roth IRA and your 401k, by the way. Don't do that. That's a mistake. And ensure that you are growing your wealth and make sure that you're learning about technical analysis. And guys, that is why I highly recommend that you guys sign up for the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, because for over half a decade now, I've been teaching thousands of people how to do technical analysis. We've had thousands of people go through CT2A and learn how to become technical analysts so that they can make thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, some of them millions of dollars in the cryptocurrency space from what they've learned in the academy. So make sure to check that out if you have not already. And by the way, I do want to let you guys know that today's episode of Coffee and Crypto Live is also brought to you in part by LuxAlgo. There's a very exciting deal going on with LuxAlgo, and it's only got 4 days left, and you can get up to 60% off. Now, this is exciting because I was on the phone with Sean a little while ago, and he told me that this was coming, and I told him that is a great idea. And you know what he told me? He told me that LuxAlgo is not just going to have one model anymore, it's going to have 3. The first model is the Essentials package. This is the price action concepts toolkit. It gives you community access to the Discord server and everything, user strategies and setups shared weekly, and 24/7 support and active indicator updates. This is your bare minimum. This is you buying just the essentials of LuxAlgo, and it's cheaper because you're just getting the essentials. And right now, for Black Friday, for the next 4 days, it's 50% off. So you can get access to price action concepts for $150 before you use our coupon code, because our coupon codes apply on top of these, just by the way. And if you sign up for these yearly plans, you'll, of course, be getting access to them for the year, and you can use our coupon code. Now, the premium is normally $479 right here, as you can see. $479 for the yearly. And then, obviously, if you were to put our coupon code on top of that, that would bring it down by 30%. Well, right now, it's all 55%. So you can sign up with 55% off. You can use our coupon code and bring the premium down dramatically. You can get access to the signals and overlay kit. This is your regular. This is LuxAlgo Premium. This is what you were used to. This is the regular LuxAlgo Premium. But then they've got Ultimate over here, and this is really cool. And I'm getting access to this, and I'm going to be able to fiddle around with this and show you guys all of these features. Ultimate is 60% off right now. It's normally going to be $719 a year. And this gives access to the backtesting system. If you remember last year on the Lifetime sale, you got access to LuxAlgo for Lifetime, but you also got access to the backtesting system. Well, that is now commercial. You can actually now buy that starting today. Today's launch day for this. I knew this was coming. I talked to Sean about a week ago. I'm really excited to be a part of this launch and to be sharing all this with you. So what you can do is you can go to luxalgo.com, subscribe to any of these, use coupon code JEB30. The quicker way to get there, though, is by going into our link in the description, and you can just go over to LuxAlgo. I'll show you right here. Use our coupon code. Going over to LuxAlgo, scroll down, and then you can go ahead and hit subscribe. Let me just make sure that I don't show anything that shouldn't be shown. Make sure we're showing back-end stuff. And all right, well, it's going to go through the account creation, not to the sales page first, but that's okay. Either way, come here, use our coupon code, and it will automatically apply that, and you will get so much money off of LuxAlgo, it's not even funny. You're not going to get a better deal on LuxAlgo. Like, I honestly, Sean showed me this, and I was like, man, this is... I got to call Sean and be like, Sean, bro, it's worth so much more than this. Why are you discounting it this much? I was surprised. I saw this discount, I'm like, whoa, that's a huge discount. From a business perspective, I can tell you're never going to see these numbers again. I guarantee you. Sean, LuxAlgo, they didn't tell me this, but I guarantee you're never seeing these numbers again. I promise you. I would be willing to bet that you are never seeing 55% off on LuxAlgo's yearly plan ever again, especially with 30% on our coupon code off on top of that. That's like $18 a month. LuxAlgo is normally $67 a month. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely insane. So if you want to get access to LuxAlgo, look, now's your time. Sign up. You got 4 days. Check the link down below. Go for it. Had to show you. I mean, that. Talk about some financial stuff. Wow. So there you go. And that Essentials package and that Ultimate package are really cool too. We're going to talk about those more in future content. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. One thing I do want to mention, our fundamental section is going to be a little bit shorter today because there's not that much to talk about, but I did want to mention today that there is a little bit of reportingception going on over at CoinDesk because CoinDesk is citing Wall Street Journal, who is talking about the acquisition of CoinDesk. So this is a pretty funny article. Context, backstory, this cryptocurrency exchange called Bullish, who is the president, is the former president of the New York Stock Exchange, a pretty big name. Bullish was bullish on CoinDesk, and so they purchased CoinDesk in cash from Digital Currency Group. You heard that right. CoinDesk is no longer owned by DCG. They are now owned by Bullish. And this is pretty funny because crypto exchange Bullish completes purchase of CoinDesk. And CoinDesk doesn't cite themselves because, you know, it was them that got acquired. They cite the Wall Street Journal, which is very funny to me. I don't know why. I wonder if the leadership of CoinDesk knew this happened, but even the frontline staff that are writing stuff didn't know, so they found out from Wall Street Journal instead of from like an internal memo. I'm not sure. Bullish, which is run by former NYSE president Tom Farley, bought 100% of CoinDesk from crypto-focused investor DCG in an all-cash deal. Cryptocurrency exchange Bullish has bought CoinDesk, the Wall Street Journal reported on Monday. I just think it's so funny because this is a CoinDesk article. We're on CoinDesk. They didn't cite themselves. They cited Wall Street Journal, which that's actually where I found it. I actually originally saw this on Wall Street Journal. Company led by former NYSE president buys crypto news site CoinDesk, et cetera, et cetera. I have Wall Street Journal. I'm just not logged in. But yeah, Bullish, which is run by former NYSE president Tom Farley, bought 100% of CoinDesk from crypto-focused investor DCG in an all-cash deal, the journal said. Financial terms of the deal were not disclosed. It's very, 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 very funny to me. I don't know why. It's just very interesting to me. Anyway, they did mention CoinDesk's current management team will remain in place. So, not a huge deal, but interesting because it means that DCG no longer has that outlet for the media. And we don't have a lot of time for me to talk about Digital Currency Group, but you guys know that many people treat them like the boogeyman of cryptocurrency. So just keep that in mind, that they no longer own CoinDesk. All right, let's go ahead and read chat a little bit, guys. Like I said, today's stream is brought to you by both the discount over on CT2A and also the discount over there on Lux Algo. You can get access to both of those with the link in the description box down below. Both of those go through Friday only, so make sure that you check it out if you've not already. Mark Liano said Lux Algo is self-evident. Let's see. Really appreciate all of you guys tuning in. We had over 450 people at the peak today. Really, really enjoying the stream and everything that you guys are doing here at the channel. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to show you guys some of the analytics and show you how things were doing on the channel. Really excited about this. The channel has been doing really, really well. Had a lot of growth. We're now doing, let's see here. I've shown this. Most people don't show this back end on YouTube because they're like, oh, this is a secret. You can't show this. I don't care. 315,000 views. Our viewership has like tripled, by the way, just because of all the videos that we're doing. Subscribership, we're growing fast. See, we're growing. Really exciting. Not the 20,000 subscribers a month that we used to do, but we're getting there. You can see, let's see, let me find out where it is in here. Just going to show you this real quick for the diehard fans. This is really cool. Ah, I found it. In the last 28 days, we've had 117,000 unique viewers. That is 117,000 individual people in the last 28 days that have watched at least one piece of our content. In the last 90 days, we've had over 219,000, almost 220,000 unique viewers. That is enough to fill 4 football stadiums. That is crazy. That is nuts. That is mind-blowing. I cannot believe that. About half of our viewers are in the United States. There's about 250 million adults in the United States, which means there's about 1 in every 2,500 Americans watch a piece of our content. American adults watch a piece of our content last episode. That's crazy. That's so cool. Probably why I run into you guys out in public. I love you guys. I love everything you're doing here. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so very much. All right, guys. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We've got more content coming up today. More streams coming. I do want to let you guys know that I will not be streaming Thursday because Thursday is Thanksgiving. There will be a video and Climate for the Strong Out on Thursday. I'm going to show both of those, and then I am going to stream on Friday. We're decided on all that, and there will be content coming out. There will be content coming out every day this week, even though it's a holiday. But there will be a stream on Friday, so make sure to stay tuned for that. It will probably not go over, though, so there you go. Oh, I'm very sorry, guys. All right. Thank you so very much, everyone who has been patient with me for that. I need to get my other monitor set up right here so that doesn't happen again. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.